What are we doing today?
We're walking to the Wailing Wall and then to Temple Mount.
What's on the Temple Mount?
There's a Muslim mosque.
Right. So you're not going to be able to wear that.
I'm going to have to put a coat on.
And we're not allowed to bring Bibles.
And I'm wearing long pants. And I'm not going to hold your hands.
Oh, and we can't hold hands.
Like 9 o'clock,
So
I have to stand between them.
Yeah, I know.
no,
hit a pole.
No touching, Jason.
Room for the Holy Spirit or Jason Matthews, either way.
No, well.
So we're going to the original temple site, which has a mosque on it now.
They said everything's shut down.
We just looked at talked about these buildings behind me.
Unfortunately, they're the Tower of David, but they have nothing to do with King David.
They're called the Tower of David. Nothing to do with King David
That was a
today.
big disappointment.
But they have found original foundations dating back to Herodian times, so possibly, what was it? The citadel, the original citadel of the city. 3 towers that we saw in the model are from that location. It's the highest point of the city, so they would have been making a lookout point there. And here we go, walking through the old city.
Make sure to get Jason again.
Hey guys.
You turn left, but look back, because that's how you're going to find Gloria when you come back opposite direction. You come to this T intersection, you turn right, around the Citadel, and you're at Jaffa Gate in Gloria. So if you go with this street, like straight forward, you come to the area of the Temple Mount and Wailing Wall. But there are no straight streets. All right, so guys, one thing that I want you to notice here is this line of the columns that we just crossed above. Have you noted that? You cannot miss. So this is the trajectory of the base. You watch all the crowds from above, usually no line, so you're watching with your view. All right.
Behind us, we can see Temple Mount and the second mosque up here. That's why we're hanging out in conversation. Here's the Temple Mount, the mosque that we're going to be visiting on the right, and the Golden Dome, which is on the side of the Holy of Holies. And below, you see the Western Wall. Behind Mount of Olives. So here, at the southern wall of the Temple Mount, you see ruins of where the main entrance to the original temple has been, the very grand steps. Ruins of that now.
And we saw the southern steps on the model
Yes.
a couple days ago.
And of course above now. You can't see the Golden Dome, but the Golden Dome that you saw in the other video is over the site of the original temple.
And over Mount Moriah, where we believe Abraham came to sacrifice
so
Isaac.
It is a holy place to Muslims as well, because they believe that Abraham was actually sacrificing Ishmael, who they trace their lineage back to Abraham through.
And in the Golden Dome, only Muslims can ever go in there, so it's not something we'll be able to see. We're going to be just in this mosque.
And we're waiting right now in line, very long line, for security, where they make sure we didn't bring any weapons or Bibles and that we're dressed appropriately.
Yeah,
with
that'll.
the shoulders covered.
I'm waiting. It's in my backpack. It's like 75 or 80 degrees, so.
They do allow, or they
So
don't. They don't
this
know
wall,
about the Bible on
is
their
this
phone.
going to be like City of David out here?
Yes.
This side of this
So
wall?
this would have been the original city of David. I mean, no, most of the city we're walking around is
500
the
years old.
ancient-looking stuff is Turkish, 500 years old. You know,
That over
there's
there.
been many ancient civilizations that have occupied Jerusalem, and it's changed hands many times, and new structures have been built. But most of the current ancient-looking stuff is Turkish from about 500 years ago. Walking up to the Temple Mount, and below us, the Western Wall. see
This is the place where they put the little
As
prayers
they-
on papers on the wall.
Yes. as they leave,
Right.
they walk backwards.
Are they reading scripture when they have
Always
the little
face.
podium?
The Corinthian capital top of a column that used to be covered in gold. You can still see some of it right there. There's many examples, some from different times. There used to be pillars all around here. And then Solomon's portico, the big porch area at the southern end. That's one of the rock. Actually a holy place, not because of Ishmael's sacrifice, but because Muhammad came here and they believe ascended to the seventh heaven, met with God, and was given the command, one of the pillars of Islam, to pray 5 times a day. And here is the spot where they believe that happened. So it's the 3rd holiest place for Muslims, which is obviously a conflict because also a holy place for Jews. So below, Gentile court, and here, up the steps, up 2 levels, would be women's court.
It was understood and accepted by certain people, and this is the only right way. And that's why, according to the Muslim tradition, they don't recognize any other prophet after Muhammad. And there are some things that started in Islam that were recognized as heretics because they preach that there is another prophet who came after Muhammad. Muhammad succeeded to bring the right message by the right way, and that's all. No more
Hey Rachel, there's lots of cats here. You should come adopt them. Here we are at the east entrance, up above the Mount of Olives, where we were day 1, looking down. And here would have been the east entrance, straight in line, and many gates. This area we're standing right now would have been the women's court.
In my experience as a
And then the gates entering the holy and holy places.
I love seeing that Muslim man feeding the birds and cats.
He was shooing the cats later.
But he was feeding them. He brought them food, special food.
He
Look
was
at this.
shooing one
Just
away.
look at this over here. Openness and
Oldness,
oldness, is that a word?
ancientness.
Look at this view right here.
This ground here is another spot, bedrock. Coming down, going back to Mount Moriah, where all this has been built up around it. So this is actually a potential spot where the Holy of Holies may have actually been, rather than under the dome of the rock, where there's also some bedrock here. This spot is intriguing because it lines up with the east gate, the east entrance from the Mount of Olives. And so this may have been the site of the disagreements about it. But here is bedrock that we can see. We're not allowed inside of the dome of the rock because we're on this side. There's a covering built up this. All this has been built up to flatten this whole area. It's kind of a mountain high place of Jerusalem. Almost as high, just a couple feet from the bedrock in the dome of the rock. Just wanted to find an olive tree. And here is one. Budding olive.
What is that?
Olive tree. Oh, cool.
These are olive trees.
Yeah, it's
They're
awesome.
everywhere.
They block this gate. And obviously they block this gate because they recognize that Jews and Christians are expecting the coming of Messiah from the Mount of Olives from the east. So it should be. But anyway, what's important for our discussion about the location of the ancient building and location of the Holy of Holies, the divine presence, the exact point, then here, below this gate, they found some ruins of ancient structure of the gate. And it could be gate from the 1st century BC, 1st century AD. And if so, this is the line that connects all of the places, starting with the Holy Sepulchre, and then this location below the Great Dome that we just stopped before, then this particular gate in Mount of Olives with the traditional place of ascension. Make sense? So this is the block.
About to enter St. Anne's Church, which is supposedly St. Anne is the mother of Mary, and so this is the Catholics believe to be the birthplace of Mary, but I don't think so. So that would have been really the only standing building in Jerusalem from the Crusades area, the Christian Crusades, when they occupied Jerusalem for about 100 years. But again, St. Anne's Cathedral, where they believe the mother of Jesus, obviously Mary being a much more, I'll say important, but maybe worshipped figure by the Catholics. So Mary's mother, St. Anne, which I had never heard before, having a special role being the mother of Jesus. And sounds so beautiful in there. The acoustics are amazing. This is the original site of the Pool of Bethesda.
Bethesda. How deep it is. Obviously, its purpose is different.
Much more has been built on top. That's why it's so far down.
But even,
As
Brian,
societies build, they keep building on top.
Right.
They've excavated this part of it. This is only like a third of half of it.
so it's a sixth of the whole thing.
It's a big pool that would collect it. So this is where Jesus healed that paralytic man that was waiting at the pool for 38 years, or had been paralyzed for 38 years. And one of the first encounters that Jesus had with the teachers of the law
You're saying that.
and their opposition of him.
So the steps, there's the steps into.
So
So this wasn't built.
steps over here.
It's just the steps.
And it's gone down.
And so maybe a similar height to this half wall, or maybe less. I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell. And it's slow.
There's a picture of her somewhere around
Are those what century? I don't know. Those don't look. They look new. They do. They look different stone, but they're darker gray.
I guess we're going down to a Roman cistern.
I'm gonna take a drink.
Did you just take a drink of this water?
I totally dunked my head. Bro, put your head back. I gotta get a picture.
Somebody keeps trying to dig down there.
You got it?
The camera's so crazy.
Oh my god.
Josh, you have a sensitive stomach. Don't drink that. What are we doing?
Oh, it smells terrible. It smells terrible.
Someone stirred the water.
How'd that feel?
Bro, get some I stirred it. I stirred the pot.
Stirred it with your head.
Grab a coin.
Josh, what did you just do?
I dunked my head in the Pool of Bethesda. All
Are you
right,
healed?
quick. I feel like.
Remember, if there is
That did look like it.
I wanted to go out there, but there's too many people.
You can do it. It's definitely not falling.
Yeah, that's
40 feet lower, we have level from the 1st century AD. So we're in the area of Antonia Fortress. And then when we continue a little bit forward, we'll turn left, and that's how we start to follow the western wall of the Temple Mount. Make sense? So the whole Via Dolorosa today in Catholic tradition divided by 14 stations. This is station number 1, Antonia Fortress. The station number 2 is just behind me in the courtyard of the Catholic property, and they call it flagellation and putting the cross. And we'll see some marks with numbers when we reach station number 3, 4, and by 5th station we continue forward, but Via Dolorosa turns right. I'll show it to you. So let us continue and keep together as you do as one group.
Let's go on the
Station 3 is Via Dolorosa, where Jesus stumbled. Station 4, where Jesus met
Polish
with Mother
Jesus.
Mary. Not in the Bible. Station Via Dolorosa. And all the t-shirts. Stop number 5, where Simon Irene picked up the cross. Where are we, babe?
Western Wall.
During the day this time.
And I think we're gonna get a tour in a different way. So that's fun. Potentially going underneath the wall.
And we're going to see the foundation of the wall below. Like all of this city, it's been built up higher and higher as different civilizations live here and build. Everything keeps going up, build on the old. You have to dig down to see the original.
And try to keep in front of
Where are we headed now, Jess?
Oh, City of David.
Headed to the city of David in the Jewish quarter. And we're about to go in the tunnel, Hezekiah's tunnel, and get all wet.
Gonna be knowledgeable about
Josh, what gate are we going out of?
We're going after your favorite gate, the dung gate.
That's gross. What does that make us?
Makes us
It's like the toilet. We are the refuse going in the
Makes us dung.
dung.
That's the word you were hoping for.
That's right.
Yeah.
Brian, look at this band doing its job backing up. This is insane.
We got a light.
How do you get in there, man?
Where's your trying to go? I'm trying to turn right.
What great spatial awareness, man. So below us is the active archaeological dig of the city of David. Dang. Look at that.
Yeah, I can't look. Can I get in front of you?
Oh, you can't see or you can't look.
I just needed to lean over.
Jessica, active archaeological dig of the city.
I want to see people working. Where are the people? There's a guy in a tree, but I don't think that's part of the...
Part of City of David. Don't dig in the archaeology. We're here on the original fortress of the Jebusites, and then David would have made this place his palace when he conquered the Jebus. So this is what we understand to be the original Zion and David's palace.
Preach it, brother. Get it. Get it, Brian. Get it. Get it.
Serious building. It's a lot of rocks.
What's an orthodontist's favorite kind of wall?
Or
A retaining wall.
retaining wall.
Like a braced wall?
I can't believe it. Alright, here we go. Down the Jebusite tunnel. This is the tunnel. The tunnel access to the spring that the Jebusites. Oh, I got tripped on. the people who built the Jebusite city that David took. David came up this secret tunnel to conquer
The
Jebusites. And David must have got secret information about this tunnel, because this is the secret tunnel.
He was like, this is the last chapter.
Very short steps.
Yes, not made for American feet. Here we go. The guy's tunnel, the wet route. Here's the dry route.
This is awesome.
Hey guys, there's a big hole right here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm trying to help you. How do I help you with light? Is that
I
better?
don't know, I've never been in this situation.
In super tight places I am, but something like this.
Okay, where's this hole? I haven't seen it yet.
It's right there.
I was having irrational fears of when it
Brian,
gets smaller that it
Brian, that's just a hole right there, so be careful not to roll your ankle.
Hold on, I gotta turn my light down.
Is there oxygen in here?
Yep.
Yes.
White spot is a hole.
This is nuts.
Who's barking like a dog?
6 football fields, right?
Yeah, 600 yards or so, 1,700 feet, yeah. It's a long tunnel, man. To chisel. To chisel this away. I mean, they didn't... It's not even like they found soft spots, you know? Like, maybe a little bit here.
No soft spot here.
This
Give me
is...
your best scared face. Turn your thing off though, okay?
Okay, there's a Starbucks.
Thing of you struggling.
Yeah. That was so scary. Like, legitimately...
This is why people go to caves for Halloween.
And relatively recently, like 7 years ago, even from my experience, I remember we used to come out from the Saint Hezekiah's tunnel, and it was not the staircase leading down. Can you see those flowers? And just by the flowers, it's a greenish gate, metal gate. Can you see this? So this is the level of the normal street that we used to come out from the Hezekiah's tunnel. And only approximately 7 years ago, they excavated this place, and that's what they found. So we didn't know about the location of the Pool of Siloam, but finally we found it, and relatively recently, like 7 years ago. And we estimate today that this is the total length of the Pool of Siloam, I mean width, first of all, because you are sitting in this corner, and the restoration picture shows to you Pool of Siloam this direction.
Hey, you just saw a clip from us inside Hezekiah's tunnel, and it was terrifying, and I thought I was going to die. I might upload the full video someday, but yeah, it was really small. We're back in our hotel now, and thanks for watching some of our adventures, and we're learning a lot and seeing so many things. It's been amazing. It's just, we're so thankful for so many people who made it possible to go on this trip and are covering ministry and taking care of our kids while we're here. And we're learning a lot and spending amazing time with amazing people who are many in very similar life stages as us, with ministry and kids and life and similar values, and it's just really great. Really especially great to be here with Josh and Katie, who are mentors to us, and also with Jason Matthews, who's a youth pastor in our town and peers with us, and this is just amazing to be in this place. So thanks for joining us and watching some of these videos.
So much more ahead.
So much more ahead.
It's crazy.
That's the end of day 3, and we got 7 more days to go. Next, we're heading up to Galilee region tomorrow, and we'll be in Nazareth tomorrow, where Jesus would have grown up, and we're going to get to see a lot more in that region where he spent a lot of times with his disciples around the region of Galilee.
Right, and they're fishermen, right? So they were fishing on the Sea of Galilee.
Whereas many of his disciples were from that area too. So lots more ahead. Thanks.